He will forever be linked to that sweet win over Alabama. As a redshirt freshman, Oklahoma quarterback Trevor Knight set a Sugar Bowl record by completing 32 passes in the Sooners' win over the Crimson Tide.
Right there.
Just 7 months later, a certain pop star made it clear on national television that she fancied the Sooners quarterback.
I'm picking this one based on looks. Trevor Knight, you hear me?
Uh-oh. Yeah, Katy Perry was quite fond of Knight.
Okay. Trevor Knight, call me.
Wow. All right. His life just changed forever.
The Katy Perry campaign for a call from Trevor Knight was quite a hit on social media. In fact, the official Oklahoma football Twitter account tweeted Perry welcoming her to the Trevor Knight fan club.
Can you tell me on a rough estimate how many Twitter followers you gained in one weekend after that game day with Katy Perry?
Yeah, it was certainly in the thousands. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot.
Trevor Knight now has a total of 38,000 Twitter followers since that day in October of last year.
Oh. Yeah, I still love you, Trevor Knight. Call me. I still love you.
Knight finally reached out to Katy Perry during the Super Bowl back in February. Knight said, KP, I know I'm a little late, but we would be one heck of a power couple. Hashtag Super Bowl Bay. But Knight is not the only QB on the OU roster who has become a social media star. Baker Mayfield, a product of Lake Travis High School, can dance, and he does it quite often, which led me to the next question. Who received more attention, Knight and Katy Perry, or Mayfield's rendition of the whip and the nay-nay?
Oh, goodness. I'm sure it was probably around even. You know, Baker's still getting requests to dance just because he's good at it, you know, and then I still to this day get question after question about Katy Perry.
Okay. Trevor Knight, call me.
But those are the kind of things you have fun with. That's the kind of things that people like to talk about that you just got to enjoy.
And surprisingly, Mayfield and Knight are close friends along with Cody Thomas. 3 quarterbacks all trying to earn the OU starting job.
I tell you what's neat, and we've had this in our locker room with quarterbacks, is regardless of who the one guy may be or gets the nod, other guys have supported them. They've all been, pushed each other, but they're friends, respect one another. We'll walk out of meetings and go to dinner together, and because the competition never ends. Just because one guy has it doesn't mean you're going to keep it, and they all support one another really well that way.
Cody lived with me for 6 months. Baker's over at my house all the time. We're always hanging out together. We're the best of friends, and that's huge. It's not a me versus you every day. It's a, well, I want you to be the best player you can be so I can be the best player I can be. So it's been a unique little deal.
Baker Mayfield's path to Oklahoma adds to the uniqueness of this story. He walked on at Texas Tech and ended up becoming the Red Raiders starting quarterback and was named the Big 12's Freshman Offensive Player of the Year in 2013.
For the white team, Mayfield looking for 6, throws inside the 5, touchdown, Jordan Smallwood.
But Mayfield left Tech and opted to walk on at Oklahoma. But Mayfield had to sit out last season due to the Big 12's transfer rules.
Do you get the impression that he's always out to prove something because he wasn't given a fair shake?
Yeah, that's who Baker is. He's out there. He has an energy about him that's unmatched. And that's really admirable in the way he plays. He is a guy that's going to go out there and give it his all every single snap, and people respect that about him, and I respect that about him. It makes me a better player, and so I'm excited what he's doing. He's doing a really good job.
At this point, we do know Oklahoma's starting QB will be either Mayfield or Knight. It's a much different situation opposed to 1 year ago, when the Sooners were projected to compete for one of the 4 spots in the National Football Playoff, and Knight was a Heisman Trophy candidate. Injuries occurred, and OU lost 5 games.
Last year we spoke. There were so many expectations, especially after that Alabama win, the Sugar Bowl. Do you like this role you're playing now? Because let's just face it, there were some things that happened that you can't control, but that's life. However, is this a better role for you in this team?
I think I could answer that both yes and no. Yes, in the fact that, you know, you kind of like being the guy that has to prove yourself, kind of like being the team that has to prove yourself. But then no, in the fact that, you know, you want to be a Heisman Trophy winner, you want to be a national championship team year in and year out. So, you know, it's both yes and no. It's a good place to be in. We're just, you know, we are who we are, and that's what we're going to do moving forward.
A team moving forward with 3 capable quarterbacks, one from Lake Travis who can dance, and another who beat Alabama on the big stage. Sean Clinch, KVU Sports.